Have you ever felt, deep down, that you were born for something bigger? That those strange moments in your life, like a dream that felt too real, a narrow escape from danger, or that nagging feeling of not quite fitting in, aren't just random coincidences? What if I told you there's a reason behind it all, and that you might be one of the chosen? Stick with me until the end, because today you're going to uncover signs you might have overlooked your whole life, and what to do with them now. Hey there! Today, we're diving into a journey that could totally shift how you see your own story. Ready? What if I told you there's a reason for all of this, and that you might be one of the chosen? From your very first breath, there's something different. It's not just a fleeting feeling. It's a call that echoes in your soul, like a quiet voice whispering, "You've got something bigger to do here." From early on, the chosen notice the world around them hums in a unique way. They feel a deep empathy with everything, an unexplainable connection to things most people don't even notice. While other kids play without a care, the chosen are already gazing at the sky, wondering about the meaning of life. Did you ever feel that as a kid? A restlessness that no one else seemed to get? And it's not just vague thoughts. Little moments start showing that their path will be different. While other kids settle for the obvious, the chosen feel a quiet awakening, like they're waiting for something they can't yet name. Questions pop up early. Why am I here? What am I supposed to do? Their emotions run deep, paired with a rare sensitivity. Nothing slips by unnoticed, and their intuition already hints at an invisible shield around them. Hang with me, because later I'll show you how that protection might have already shown up in your life without you even realizing it. From the start, there's something unique about how they see the world. While other kids are caught up with toys, the chosen look beyond, feeling every detail intensely. The wind isn't just wind, it's a presence. Silence carries messages. Sounds, smells, colors, everything seems to hold a deeper meaning. This profound empathy lets them pick up on what others miss. Unspoken emotions, subtle energies, glances loaded with intent. Did you ever ask something as a kid that left the grown-ups stumped? But that sensitivity can feel heavy. The world isn't always ready for someone who feels so much. Careless words sting more than they should. Chaotic places drain their energy, and loneliness becomes a steady companion. Sometimes, the chosen wonder, am I weird for being this way? Truth is, that sharp awareness is a gift, the first sign of a spiritual awakening. And get this, tons of history's geniuses went through the same thing. Could you be on that list too? From a young age, the chosen sense there's something different in how they view the world. While everyone else seems to follow a set script, they feel disconnected, like they're in a place where they don't belong. Small talk wears them out, meaningless routines feel empty, and that sense of being out of place sticks around. Have you ever felt like you're living in a world that doesn't explain who you are? The trouble is, that feeling can turn into isolation. Often, the chosen try to fit in, faking smiles in situations that don't add up. But something always pulls them back to their true self. That's the awakening happening quietly, setting them up for a one-of-a-kind path. Here's a sneak peek. That disconnection is what's going to lead you to your purpose. Write that down. The chosen often dodge unexplained dangers, guided by forces they can't quite see. Think fast. Have you ever had a moment where you narrowly avoided something serious? Parents share wild stories. A kid who fell from a height and walked away fine, or recovered from something doctors couldn't explain. It's more than luck. It's an invisible cloak of protection. What if I told you that wasn't random, but a sign you're being saved for something special? Some kids even say they've heard whispers or felt a gentle nudge steering them away from harm. Others talk about invisible friends watching over them. Ever had a gut feeling that saved you? Drop it in the comments. That trust in something bigger shapes who they are and lays the groundwork for what's next. From early on, there's something different in how they experience the world. While other kids are all about toys, the chosen look deeper, feeling every moment with intensity. The wind's a presence, silence speaks, and sounds, smells, colors, they all carry a bigger meaning. Many chosen ones feel pure joy just soaking in nature, a flower, a butterfly, a bird, like they're tied to creation in a way that's beyond ordinary. Some say they felt a divine presence there, a massive protection wrapping around them from the start. Have you ever felt that special bond with the world around you? That deep empathy lets them catch what others overlook, unspoken feelings, faint energies, looks full of meaning. It's not uncommon for them to ask about things adults don't even think about. Purpose, destiny, the universe's nature. But that sensitivity can weigh them down. The world isn't always kind to someone who feels so much. Harsh words cut deeper, heavy vibes sap their strength, and loneliness tags along. Sometimes they wonder, am I odd for being this way? Actually, that keen perception is a gift, the first spark of a spiritual awakening. When channeled right, it can turn into something powerful. Tons of artists, thinkers, and leaders had that heightened sensitivity as kids and turned it into greatness. So, how do you handle that as a kid? Some find comfort in books, tales of wise sages or heroes who didn't fit in either. Others write, draw, or create to let that emotional intensity flow. One thing's for sure. Sooner or later, that deep connection to the world will bring bigger questions. And with them, an unshakable sense of not belonging. Because many chosen ones carry a longing they can't explain, like pilgrims on this earth, missing a home they've never known. Ever felt that? A nameless nostalgia, like your soul knows it belongs to something greater, beyond this world? That quiet ache is another sign. A whisper of the call that's lived in you since day one. Then adolescence hits like a storm, and for the chosen, it's even tougher. While the world demands they fit in, a voice inside keeps calling out. It's a constant tug of war between wanting to belong and a spiritual pull that won't quit. Their intense empathy makes it all heavier. Other people's emotions mix with theirs, stirring up inner chaos. Friends feel distant. Hobbies lose their spark, and questions about life's purpose get louder. In this phase, lots of chosen ones try to blend in, burying their true selves for a shot at acceptance. Empty parties, shallow chats, reckless habits, it's all a desperate bid to dodge their own awakening. But running from who they are only amps up the pain. The emptiness grows, and the inner struggle gets unbearable. It's like every step off their path adds an invisible weight. Still, even in the lowest lows, that spiritual protection never leaves. And it's in those breaking points that real growth kicks in. Every trial builds resilience, every doubt strengthens faith. For some, writing becomes a lifeline, sorting out thoughts and calming the mind. Others turn to music, art, or nature, places where the soul can breathe. The key is realizing these struggles aren't punishment, they're training. Because when adulthood finally rolls around, the chosen see that every scar has a purpose. That's when the real awakening hits. Because the chosen often face battles others can't even imagine. The bigger the purpose, the tougher the obstacles, like something's trying to throw them off track. Ever feel like just when you're close to figuring yourself out, everything falls apart? That's no accident. It's the final test, proof your calling is real and strong. And yet, you keep going, because something bigger holds you up. Vivid dreams, spot-on gut feelings, razor-sharp awareness, these aren't random. They're your awakening lighting the way. Have you ever had a dream that seemed to warn you? Or a hunch that changed everything? Those moments are signs your spiritual connection is alive. Stick around to the end, because I'll show you how to use them to your advantage right now. These experiences mean something big. They're proof there's more to life than meets the eye, and that you're being guided. Think about it. What if every one of those moments was a piece of the map to your mission? And the chosen often have stories of overcoming odds that defy logic. Some face rough childhoods, illnesses doctors call unbeatable, predictions they'd never make it far, and yet, here they are, alive, strong, way beyond what anyone expected. Have you ever beaten something that seemed impossible? That grit is another sign you're chosen, preserved for a purpose science can't touch. In adulthood, it all starts clicking. The struggles, the doubts, the tests, every puzzle piece falls into place. This awakening brings clarity. Every step shaped you. Ever looked back and seen how it all led you here? With that awareness, your intuition sharpens, and your choices start flowing from something bigger. That invisible protection gets obvious, like a beacon saying, "You're on the right track." But here's the kicker. This is just the start of something even greater. So, what are you going to do with it? Ignore the signs that VE always been there, or embrace the call that's beating in your heart. Every step you take from here could change not just your life, but the world around you. Ever thought about that? If this video clicked for you, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because this journey's just getting started. And tell me below, what's the strongest sign you've ever gotten? Let's build this connection together. See you next time.